What's going on, fight fans? So look, y'all. It is confirmed. Deontay Wilder will be back in action against Robert Helenius October 15th. I first saw the news on the head trainer of Deontay Wilder, Malik Scott. Malik Scott on his Instagram page, he put up a picture of him and Deontay Wilder, basically saying like they're in preparation for October 15th. That is the date that it was like the rumored date for Deontay Wilder to fight Robert Helenius, and it's going down. What do I think about this fight, man? It's a pay-per-view fight. Some people feel like it's not pay-per-view worthy, so on and so forth. I don't know about y'all, man. I would watch Deontay Wilder fight a goddamn gym teacher. I don't give a damn. I still think the brother is that exciting, and it's evident he is. Everybody's been like really just vying for his return since there were rumors about him possibly retiring from the sport. People were looking at all these possible matchups for him to have. People were putting up some of his old clips, wondering, what's going to happen. I think the Bronze Bomber still got some good fights left in him, so on and so forth. So he's excellent for the heavyweight division. Robert Helenius is no joke. He's no slouch at all. I know he's had some losses in the beginning of his career, not beginning, like the middle of his career. Some people feel like, oh man, he's over with, it's done. He's not that good of a fighter, so on and so forth. But for like his performances against, Adam Kalnacki, like for real, if you look at those fights, it shows you that Robert Helenius can fight. For sure, he got boxing skill, got pop in his punches, without question. So he can hurt his opponents, for sure. And the way, when he beat Adam Kalnacki the first time, some people thought like it was a fluke. Oh, let's try to just run it back. He whooped Adam Kalnacki's ass worse the second time, showing that it wasn't no fluke at all. Helenius is a big heavyweight, same size as Deontay Wilder, 6'7". So I want to know, if that's gonna be a factor in his fight. Can Deontay Wilder, can he bang with a guy who is just as big as him? Because as we know, Tyson Fury was bigger than Deontay, both in weight and in height. 6'9" compared to Deontay Wilder's 6'7". So, and these guys are very familiar with each other. I think leading up to the fight, leading up to the third Tyson Fury fight, Deontay Wilder, I believe, was sparring with Robert Helenius. So they know each other's tendencies, so on and so forth. I'm interested to see if Robert Helenius will apply the pressure to try to make Deontay Wilder fight off his back foot, to make him fight going backwards. Because even me, I'm a big Deontay Wilder fan. I know Deontay struggles fighting when he's going backwards. So I want to know if that's going to be a part of the game plan. It should be if you in Robert Helenius' camp, right? Now, Deontay Wilder, this is the thing. And I'm going to be real with y'all. If Deontay Wilder, if he has anything like that last fight against Tyson Fury, yes, he got touched up. Yes, he got dropped. But if he still possesses that same punching power, which I think he does, if he still has that same heart, his heart was all the way in it in that third fight, all the way in the sport of boxing for all his career. But you can tell he wanted to prove something to himself. For sure, he had that dog. The dog was always in him. Always since he's been a fighter. But if he still has that in him, I'm not gonna lie. Even though Robert Helenius can be tricky, he may outbox Deontay Wilder for majority of the fight. But I got the fight going no longer than 9 rounds. If Deontay Wilder is still the same Deontay Wilder from the last fight, yes, he got stopped. Yes, he did. He got knocked out in that fight, right? But I'm gonna say this. He dropped Tyson Fury twice and hit him with some flush shots that would have knocked majority of the heavyweight division on their ass and kept them on their ass, right? And we know what we getting with Deontay Wilder. He is one of the hardest hitting punchers in heavyweight boxing history. No, not even just heavyweight, in boxing history. One punch knockout power for sure, right? And when that right hand clips you, even if it doesn't clip you cleanly, he can do some heavy damage. But if he clips you with that damn punch, with that punch cleanly, it's good night. Good night, Irene. Take the L out of lover, brother. It's over, right? So I think that if Deontay Wilder is still that same guy from the last fight and all the other previous fights, he got a great chance of stopping Robert Helenius, like before, round 8 or 9, in my opinion. And I say even that late because Deontay's been out the ring for a while. So it may take him a time to catch his rhythm a little bit. May take him a little time to really get his timing back down. But once that's in motion, oh, I believe he's getting Robert Helenius up out of there. Now, I'm not saying Robert Helenius is going to just let that happen. He ain't going to let Deontay walk all over him. He ain't going to let Deontay just beat up on him. That's for damn sure. He's going to provide resistance. But I really want to know, I really think that if Deontay Wilder is the same guy, I think he's going to get the job done. Now, a lot of people are making a big deal out of Deontay Wilder's size. They're like, oh my God, he looks too frail. He looks too skinny. Look how much weight he's lost. He's lost a lot of muscle mass since the third Tyson Fury fight. I'm going to say this. The slimmer Deontay Wilder is, the better for him. Without question. You want Deontay Wilder at 212, 215-ish, 214, maybe even 209, 208. That's when he's his best. 238 was much too heavy for Deontay. I get it. He packed on the pounds to try to because that big heavy body of Tyson Fury leaning on him all fight, it definitely tired him out a little bit in that first fight for sure, because he was like 209 or something like that, right? It tired him out throughout the fight. But I'm going to say this. That third fight, he wasn't as quick as he usually was. Even though he landed that flush shot and dropped him twice and all of that, he got some stuff off in that third fight. He wasn't as quick. He wasn't as quick with those punches, right? Then he started to look more lethargic a lot sooner than he did in the first fight. By round 4, Deontay looked gassed by like round 4, round 5. Like round 4, round 5, and that third fight, he looked gassed. And I feel like it was just too much muscle mass on him to pack on that muscle and go straight into a fight with Tyson Fury. If you're going to put on that type of muscle, Deontay should have had a tune-up before that to see how he moves with that weight. You know what I'm saying? And see if that weight suits him well. Because I don't think that weight suited him well at all. Maybe it made him more powerful. I don't know. But Deontay Wilder, I think if he was smaller, see, this is the thing. When Deontay is at a smaller weight, that damn right hand, he can throw it like a javelin and just dive that shit right into your jaw. And at that point, you got to see if you tough enough to get up from them punches, right? Tyson Fury was tough enough for damn sure. But a lot of other guys, they going to sleep. They going to sleep. And this is the thing about Robert Helenius. I said he took losses. Robert Helenius has been knocked out before by two guys that Deontay Wilder has knocked out. In Johan Duhaupas and also Gerald Washington. So he's capable of being hurt. And those two guys I named do not hit as hard as Deontay Wilder. Now I know this was some years ago. The last time he got knocked out was 2019. But he's older now. He's 38 years old. And the older you get, sometimes your punch resistance goes. The same can be said about Deontay Wilder. His punch resistance may not be there anymore like that, right? That shall be seen. But we all know that the last thing to go from a fighter is their punching power. The reflexes can go. All of that can go. The speed of their punches. But the power stays for a very long time. If Deontay Wilder, that power is still there, he's dangerous. He's a dangerous fight for any goddamn body. And if he's 212, 213, 215, even 208, 208, 209, he's trouble. Because he can get that shit off quick, fast, and in a hurry. And it's up to you. We got to see if you're tough, if the opponent is tough enough to recover from that. For sure. And this is the thing too, man. I think Deontay is and we have to see how Deontay fares when he's fighting a guy as big as him. Because it's one thing to be, when Deontay Wilder is majority of the times taller than his opponents. He's a big heavyweight, tall heavyweight. It's one thing punching down. Punching up and maintaining the power is a different thing. And it may be that he couldn't get Fury out of there because he's punching up. He may not have the same velocity punching up as he does punching down. Now, Helenius is 6'7", the same size as him, so it's a straight punch or whatever. But Tyson Fury was 6'9", throwing up. He was throwing upwards, and I don't know if his velocity is the same as it is punching down. Because when he punching down, shit, brother, your whole shit getting shifted, right? And even he made Tyson Fury's whole body shift and shake with the punch that he shot straight down the middle to the temple, right? When he fought him in the third fight. So I don't know, man. I'm interested to see how this will play out. But I think like Deontay Wilder can still, I'm being honest with you, he can't beat Tyson Fury, but he can damn sure beat a lot of the guys in the heavyweight division still. I think so, because guys can outbox him, but that damn power, I don't see a lot of dudes getting up from that shit. For real, Usyk can outbox Deontay all day long, but if he's caught by that shit, Because Usyk ain't been hit with no real punching power, like some real shit. He fought Anthony Joshua, and Joshua, I got a lot of respect for Joshua. Joshua didn't have no dog in him in that fight. When you got dog in you, your punches, you swing with a different type of tenacity. You swing with bad intentions. And I don't think Anthony Joshua was swinging with bad intentions at all that last fight. Deontay Wilder, every punch he's thrown is with bad intentions. And right now he's smelling blood. A lot of people saying he's done for, he trash and all of that. He knows he's trying to make a comeback, trying to make a statement. When a guy got something to prove, they can be dangerous sometimes, right? And we all know that sometimes guys can be dangerous. I mean, sometimes when a guy got something to prove, they can be susceptible to getting clipped with some bad shit. But sometimes they can also really, put on a great showing. So it's up to, I want to see what type of Deontay Wilder we'll get with this fight, right? I'm going to tune in. People like, I ain't paying pay-per-view from that. But I'm going to tune in, man. I got to watch my boy. I'm a big Deontay Wilder fan. I'm rooting for the brother. But it's not gonna be an easy match, man. It's not gonna be any slouch. Robert Helenius is not no slouch at all. And we gotta see if Deontay Wilder's punching power, his punch resistance is still there. I believe that Malik Scott is gonna be working with Deontay. He's gonna put in some different other trainers to help him in preparation. Malik knows Deontay's weaknesses. And I believe they should know that Robert Helenius knows them as well from sparring him. So they got to be ready for everything. And I think Deontay Wilder, Malik Scott is going to get Deontay Wilder prepared in the best possible fashion. Right? Now, again, man, people talk about it. They want to say what they want to say about Deontay, man. Deontay is a game fighter. Game fighter. He has a heart of 3 lions in him. So he's going to go for the gusto. He's going to come out and try to prove something. But hell, Robert Helenius got something to prove too. He's trying to prove and get himself in position for a title shot. Even at 38 years old, he want to show the world, I still got what it takes to be a top fighter. I knew this fight probably was going to happen. PBC fight, easy to make. Good comeback fight for Deontay Wilder. I'm excited. The sport of boxing is much better, especially the heavyweight division. It's much better when the Bronze Bomber is around. I don't care what you say, what you want to say about him. When he's around, the heavyweight division is much more exciting. And guys, you sit at the edge of your seat because you just never know. It could be over with just like that with the snap of a Thanos finger. Right? So, I don't know, man. I'm ready to see it. And like I said, I think Deontay can knock out majority of the heavyweight division if he catches them cleanly. But we shall see what he does against Robert Helenius. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this fight in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, Machiavelli Mills TV. I'm out. Peace.